We need to talk. I paused the television just as Matthew McConaughey pressed his palm against Jennifer Lopez's flawless cheek. Mom and Dad stood at the bottom of the stairs dressed up for the party I'd already thought they'd left for. Their faces were stone, and when Dad put his arm protectively around Mom's shoulder, my stomach bottomed out as I imagined the reasons for said talk. 1. They were getting a divorce. I sank farther into the couch, mentally shaking my head. This was unlikely. Most Indian couples their age, however miserable and fluent in English, refused to learn the D word. Besides, my parents' marriage seemed to be a happy one. Trust me, my bedroom was just down the hall from theirs, and sometimes I could hear how happy they still made each other. Ugh. 2. One of them was sick. My hands trembled just thinking about this scenario. But then I remembered they'd both had physicals the month before, and their doctors had said everything was just fine. I should know. I drove them both to and from their appointments so they didn't have to pay for parking. 3. Jasmine. Yes, Jasmine. My whole body relaxed when I realized the most likely scenario was that my older sister was up to something again, on the verge of a scandal, had broken up with her deadweight boyfriend du jour. Oh God, let it be that. Or maybe she was just being a run-of-the-mill pain yet again, and my parents wanted to vent about it before they ran off to whatever function was on that evening. Yes? I asked, satisfied I was ready to hear the answer. Silently, they trundled toward me, but instead of taking one of the many seats in our living room, they chose to stand directly in front of the TV. What is up? Dad asked cheerfully. Busy? Very, I laughed. What is up with you? He glanced at my mom, who was clearly about to do the heavy lifting. I blinked at her, and although I was curious what it was Jasmine had done to upset them again, I was ready to get back to the wedding planner. We are worried about you, Niki. I scrunched up my face. Hold on a second. They were worried about me? You are? A knowing glance passed between them. Care to elaborate? I asked. Niki, it's Saturday night, Mom said. There was a tinge of annoyance in her voice, like when I didn't rinse my plate before putting it in the dishwasher. Why are you home? What is that supposed to mean? I scoffed, oblivious to the point she was trying to make. Mom, enough is enough. She held up her hand like a conductor, waving me off. Niki, you are very, very successful, I volunteered. Obedient, lovely, single, she interrupted. Wow, mom burn. Yes, I was single and had been for a while, but I didn't know how the very played into that. I tucked my legs under me. What's your point? You know, Dad continued, there are apps for dating. Have you heard? No, I deadpanned. What's a dating app? Well, Dad started, but then Mom cut him off. She knows very well what a dating app is. Niki, are you on the Tinder, the Bumble, the Hinger? I smiled, even though I was irritated. Clearly, they'd done the research before the big talk. I am not, I said flatly. TBH, I don't like the idea of meeting people online. TBH, Mom echoed. To be honest, I explained. Ah, so you would prefer to meet people in person? Dad gestured at Matthew McConaughey. I see you are meeting so many good candidates. Mom grinned, and even I had to laugh at that one. Dad burn. Very nice. Niki, we are not upset with you. Mom started pacing. She always enjoyed theatrics. We are so proud, but we have been thinking you should be putting yourself out there. You understand? Like I need to start dating. Huh. Maybe I'm already dating. How do you know I don't have a secret boyfriend? I crossed my arms. Or girlfriend, for that matter. Maybe I have several. Maybe I'm a total player. Mom narrowed her gaze at me. And when do you see all these boyfriends and girlfriends? On the bus home from work? You sneak them into your parents' house after you come straight home every day? I groaned, burrowing my face into the pillow. Another mom burn. But this one stung.